All right, man. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the No Pressure Podcast. This is right here with my boy Michael.
Yeah, but I'm right here with my boy. It's the Ray, bro.
Yes, sir,
How
man.
you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Damn.
I appreciate you guys coming through with the cake and the nice drawing of Goku.
I swear, bro. Hey, happy early birthday. Eh?
Appreciate it.
That's what we gotta say, man. And ya es mañana, eh?
Yeah, tomorrow.
June 12th.
Mm-hmm.
Today's June 11th. God.
Yeah. Dude, time's going by really fast.
Oh, yeah, low key.
The mic is in the camera a little bit. What if I put it like this? It's good? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, you chilling?
Yeah. I'm
chilling. Dude, no freaking yeah. Time goes by super fucking fast, low key. Like
Yeah.
I think as of like COVID season started happening,
Mhm.
time's gone fast.
Yeah, bro.
Too many innovations. You hear about the VR shit that's going on.
Yeah. You saw that new VR for Apple that they're releasing?
Yeah,
It's like $2,000. I'm like, nah,
it's
I'm
expensive as fuck.
not buying that, bro.
That's a whole car, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, it depends.
$2,000? Like, damn, bro, you better
What
teleport
can
me
it
to.
do, bro?
You better teleport me to my
I
location.
swear,
Yeah.
they gotta do some shit, bro. Cause
Mhm.
I feel like they do got something up their sleeves, okay? Cause
Yeah,
for that much,
it's too much.
I think they gotta have something, bro. Yeah, cause like, come on,
You know, you saw the commercial for it?
Immersiveness. It's pretty much all it looked like. It was a fucking regular as VR.
But like they
For
make
me.
it look like the interface is like transparent almost.
Yeah,
Like you could still see your surroundings, but then like
they appear.
all of the
slowly,
features
right?
appear on
Yeah.
and like in front of your eyes.
And they said like they got the FaceTime shit, so it could look like they're actually right there.
You saw the new iOS updates that's coming out soon?
Mm-mm.
Like when you FaceTime somebody, they don't answer. You can actually leave a video message, like a voicemail
Oh.
message.
Dude, that shit.
But now it's like a video message. Like you can send it to the person if they don't respond. So you could literally be like, "Hey, why didn't you respond to my
You a
FaceTime
bleep."
call?" Yeah, for you all bleep. That'd be
Hey,
funny.
man.
Imagine I try to call you and then like it doesn't answer, and then I don't know over here sending you messages like, "Hey man, why didn't you answer?"
I know you on your phone, bro.
Uh-huh.
Come on, man. Just answer real
Mhm.
quick. Yo. But freaking, I low-key like the way it's going. Like, technology, I like the fact that it's advancing so much
Yeah,
in the past, like, decade, bro.
it's a good thing, but it could also be a bad thing. Like with AI, for example.
It could. Yeah.
Like AI can be scary, bro.
Dude, we're all going to be losing our jobs soon, I tell you.
Like, come
It's
on.
going to be crazy.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
But what else did they do for the Apple? Like, they did more shit.
They did?
They did like a few more things, but I know is that Apple. I think they're fucking going on top.
I think they're trying to make their own electric car. I think that's a rumor.
Yeah, that one is a rumor. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have like memes about it, and it's like when it's about to die and shit, you gotta fucking plug in all these like adapters,
Yeah.
just to charge your
Dude,
shit.
so the rumor or I don't know if it's official, but there's a rumor for the new iPhone 15 that's coming out in September that the
Mhm.
side buttons are going to be solid state, which means that it's just going to be a touch. It's not physical buttons anymore.
Oh, it's like haptic.
Yeah, haptic feedback, solid state
Oh my
buttons.
God.
So when you're trying to turn up the volume or turn it down, it's just a sensor. It's no more like it just doesn't exist.
But what if low-key the sensor stops working?
That's a big issue because remember when the iPhone 7 came out
Yeah.
and it was a haptic home button
Mm.
and people were like, "Bro, there's no physical button. That's like not a good thing." Because then what if the sensor gets messed up? I mean, I don't know if there was any more complaints after a few years when that happened, but I don't know. There could be
Could've
some
been,
issues.
some stuff going on because I remember like it would start going buzzing on its own.
Yeah,
I think that was one issue that the actual iPhone had.
yeah.
And like, which phones were they? The ones that actually like, if they curved a little bit, they would blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Was it iPhone or was it the Samsung?
It was the iPhone.
iPhone.
Oh wait,
yeah.
no, the ones that
6?
exploded.
Yeah.
I think those were the Samsungs.
Hmm.
Because I remember when the iPhones were bending.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and then I
remember
think
that.
the Samsungs were the ones that were exploding too. I mean, actually, I don't know if it was both of them that were accused of being explosive.
I think it wasn't, huh?
Yeah.
Because I
The only thing I
remember-
remember from that time, which was like what 2015, 2014, that was when the
Yeah.
iPhone 6 came out, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
iPhone 6. It was the iPhone 6. It was
Remember
like-
how it was like really thin and it was made out of aluminum?
Yeah.
So people were like, "Bro, my phone's gonna bend." You remember that one YouTuber, Unbox Therapy? Do you know who that guy
Yeah.
is? I remember
Okay.
when he dropped that video where he was bending it really bad, and then like he said he was putting some force, but not enough force where he's like,
Where he's like, he thought it would bend.
yeah. So like it was just bending, and it was easily bending. And I think there were some recalls, or there was Apple putting out disclosures you shouldn't be bending your phones and stuff. But that was the reason that he did that experiment, though, was because there were stories of people that had their phone in their pocket, the new
bend.
iPhone 6, and it would just bend. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe some faulty manufacturing going on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Low-key, I'm asking this because like I low-key think like, was the iPhone 6 Plus bigger than the actual like the iPhone, like the ones that we have right now?
Actually, I think it's smaller now than the
Than
ones
the
that we
iPhone
have
6
now.
Plus, or
Yeah.
the iPhone 6 Plus was smaller.
The 6 Plus or just the regular 6?
The 6 Plus.
The 6 Plus.
Because okay, I thought when I seen it, like it was huge,
Mm-hmm.
and then now this one, it doesn't feel as big.
Yeah.
Or is it? You think I just got too used to it?
I don't know. Maybe because they reduced the bezels on the screen, so it looks bigger. Like the iPhone 6 Plus looks bigger, but in reality, it's not. It just looks bigger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
it's because of the bezel size. It's just a lot thicker. It's like it was like this. Now you barely have bezels on the phone screens.
It's a bezel-less.
Yeah,
Freaking amazing machineries.
yeah.
Well,
But I do like that they went back to like the squared, like rectangular style of the iPhone.
I like
Because
it.
I remember when they had that with I think the iPhone 5. So when they
Yeah.
brought that back, I was like, that's cool. And that's when I immediately got the iPhone 12 because that's when they brought it back. And I was like, I'm getting that.
Like, yeah, because you like it. Looks
And they still
cool.
kept it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's awesome. And I think they're going to keep that for a while. I don't think they're going to go back to like the curved,
I just hope that they take out the notch. Okay.
the notch.
I hate
I'm
the
pretty sure that
notch.
thing's going to be gone too.
Yeah, right.
You don't like the notch?
I mean, like sometimes I don't mind it at all. I don't. I really.
You know, I
notice
always
it.
have it off. Where
Yeah?
like it's always on vibrate. Yeah. I never have my ringtone on.
Oh, I'm talking about the notch, the little
Oh, the
camera.
it's
right
called the
there.
Island, the Apple Island or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about the notch that turns your phone to vibrate.
Oh
or,
no.
or your sounds.
That's always
all the
been
way up.
That's
Uh-huh.
standard of the iPhone.
I mean, that probably isn't ever going away because that's supposed to be like a useful feature.
bro. It
Yeah.
says. I mean, it's for like the facial recognition.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
and the iPhones are gonna. The new one, the iPhone 15, is possibly gonna have USB Type-C charging. Yeah, they're gonna get rid of Lightning, the Lightning ports. Yeah,
That's good, bro. That's basically gonna
it's
start being the
universal
standard.
basically
Yeah.
because now all the major phones use it, or major devices
Yeah,
nowadays.
but who started it first, man? It was freaking
It was
Android, bro.
Android
Samsung.
/ Google / like Samsung. Yeah.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Low key, I seen this thing on TikTok, right? So it was about the iPhones, and it was like saying like how they were taking pictures every like 5 seconds or something like that,
Yeah.
and they had like they had like thermal cameras, and the thermal camera can actually capture like a flash,
Oh.
and so every time like they would like put it on like dark mode, whatever, like from the night vision shit,
Yeah.
and they would see that the phone just all of a sudden just boom, it's like a invisible flash
Oh
that would
shit.
give every single 5 seconds. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are they doing that shit for, bro? Like, I'm questioning all these shits, bro. Because, we accept, like, all these terms and services on all these apps.
Dude, yeah,
without
right?
even looking at them.
Yeah, and then once people started exposing, or not exposing, but starting to break down those terms of services, like you realize they take a lot of your information, like just from your phone. Like you give them permissions for a lot of this shit,
Yeah.
they can have access to a lot of your information. That's why a lot of people nowadays, when they want to accept like terms of service or just anything in general, like webcams, for example, like there's people that like to have like the physical like covered where you could put it down so that they can't see through it. Because
Yeah.
apparently they can look through that stuff. Like they have access to anything that has a camera on there. So if you have like covers and stuff, they won't be able to see anything
They
when they try
won't
to
see it.
access it. So that's why I've seen like one of my cousins when he had an old Android phone, like he was just starting to get real skeptical about like things like that. So I remember one time like I started seeing his phone with like a piece of tape over his camera, his front camera. And I'm like, oh shit! I'm like, what happened? He's like, nah, just don't trust it. And I'm like, makes sense.
Well, yeah, we know. Fucking all these terms and services, like they sell your data, right? So they sell your data to all
That's
these
why
companies.
there's some programs where it's like, oh, make our program better by sending us analytics about
They
how
actually
you
pay
use
you,
it.
right?
Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna help you guys. Like, I mean, you're helping me obviously, but I don't know what you're gonna do with my information. What if it's sensitive information?
That is true.
So
That's
I'm
true.
always declining or checking the box off or like taking it out when it's checked so that they can really get my analytics. I mean, they could probably find it another way, but that's just them like telling you, you know.
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is one thing like I've always been like questioning because sometimes like I'd be saying things out loud, right? And I like my phone. I have my phone, and I'd be saying like, "Dude, look, I want this," and then all of a sudden on my like on my For You page or on listed anything like Instagram,
Yeah.
it shows up.
Yeah.
But I'm like, bro, I didn't even type this shit
Nah,
down.
for real though. I feel like they hear us too.
They
like
hear you,
the
dude.
government and whoever is in charge of like monitoring everyone's devices, like
They hear
they hear us, bro. Yeah, hell yeah. It gets more creepy when you think about it in your mind and you don't say it out loud and it just pops up on your phone. That's when I'm like, yo, like what?
Hey, chill, dude.
Like, yo, nah, bro, like chill.
It's the algorithm, bro. That's the thing. The freaking algorithm. They
Well,
know things.
I feel like because I think I've like tried to research like how they can manage our data like that, and it's through like Google searches and like your location,
yeah.
like your geolocation too.
So they search.
Remember
all
when
into
Mark
that?
Zuckerberg got put into trial for stuff like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were asking him, so how would it feel if you were in that same situation? Like, there's this one, I think, person in that Congress or that boardroom, wherever they took him to trial in. I forgot who. I think it was against
No.
I can't remember who the trial was against, but you know those people that were against him in that case.
Yeah.
So they were like, so yeah, what if we were able to take that information that you were talking about and basically put it in another application where there's advertisements, like basically reciprocating the same way that he does it with his other programs like Facebook, Instagram, like things like that.
Yeah.
And then he just stayed quiet, or I forgot what answer. It was like a really vague answer, I think. And then I was like, whoa, this guy knows his stuff. Because everyone else that was a part of that case that was going against him,
Yeah.
they had no idea what they were talking about. They were saying, so if I'm on WhatsApp and I send somebody a message and then I go into Facebook and I see the same subject that I was talking to somebody in that message, how do you turn that off? And then Mark Zuckerberg's like, I don't think that's possible. Like he was just saying, like correcting them basically. But there was this one person that knew what he was talking about. And I'm like, damn right. You over here taking our information without even letting us know.
And tell me why Mark Zuckerberg, dude, he freaking actually tapes up his like laptop too.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, so he has a tape over his like camera.
I'm not surprised.
Everything, bro. He freaking, because he also knows, he's like, dude, I don't want them doing anything for my shit. Like I got sensitive. Shit.
Do you remember why he was taking the core? Was it because invasion of privacy or something like that?
Invasion of privacy, so like for
social
Facebook,
media,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because like violation of privacy. I mean, didn't we get like there was a settlement for it? Like everybody got money back from it.
Yeah.
Because it was definitely privacy leaks going on.
Yeah.
But all I know, man, it's freaking all this privacy shit, bro. Like I don't know.
Gotta take them extra precautions.
Bro, hold on. Why are my keys right there? I have my keys right there.
What do you mean?
They're on the couch.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. Or just like, fuck it, I don't care.
Oh, okay. I was like confused. I'm like, what you mean with your keys?
My keys, bro. So, I low key like my friend. She went to Utah. And in Utah, like I told her this thing. Like I texted her. I'm like, oh, you're near Skinwalker Ranch, huh?
Oh shit.
And she was like, stop, dude. Don't say that shit. I get scared easily. And this is the one I'm gonna go to.
Wait,
LA.
Is she aware of what Skinwalkers are? Did you?
She doesn't.
She doesn't.
I tried telling.
So why is she scared then?
She doesn't like anything scary, bro.
Oh.
So I told her I'm like, you're in Utah, bro. You know what that is, right? And she's like, no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Fucking Michael, stop, don't. And I told her, and then afterwards, like, she was like, she sent me a picture, and it was like she was on Netflix, and right away, Skinwalker Ranch popped up.
Oh wow.
So I was like, dude, watch it, bro. Let me know how it is. But don't you think like that's just kind of like
you should give an explanation of what Skinwalkers are for those that don't know.
For those that don't know, like Skinwalker Ranch is like a spot in Utah, and basically like a lot of like extraterrestres like phenomenons going on over there. So like supposedly there's like sightings of UFOs. There was actual like crop circles that were going on there too, like in a certain area. And there was like skinwalkers. So also like skinwalkers are those creatures that you like. This is like, I mean, you don't know about this, right? Like Really?
Yeah, no, I have no knowledge of skinwalkers. You were literally the first person to tell me what they were. Like, I didn't
Yeah.
know they were shapeshifters. And so, are they considered aliens then, or
They're
extraterrestrials?
extraterrestrial beings, yeah,
Uh
like
huh.
definitely not from this earth type shit, you know.
Yeah.
But those like they turn into like they could turn into you. They can turn into you and like dogs, lo que sea, whatever they see, they can
Yeah.
shapeshift and turn into that. But the difference is like they can only mimic certain things, right?
Yeah.
So I remember seeing this one video of this guy recording this guy that
Mhm.
was like just in a crop circle, like crop area, like in the field.
Yeah.
And the guy was like saying, "Help." He was screaming, "Help, help." And the guy was like, "Hello," like saying like pretty much going like, "I'm gonna help you," whatever. And
Mhm.
all of a sudden the guy just stops.
What?
And then he starts coming towards him.
Uh huh.
And like sometimes like it wasn't this video, but there was like another video where like the guy also sees the guy, and like all of a sudden it starts moving, but not in like his 2 feet. He starts
Mhm.
going in all fours.
Yeah.
So that's where it gets kind of creepy, bro. Like, dude, you see a freaking regular looking guy, and all of
Mhm.
a sudden, like his back legs start actually turning into like a whole different creature. Like it
Yeah.
transforms. Like, dude, that shit, like, I don't know, bro. Like that shit's scary. Like, there's this one movie that recently came out. Pero fuck.
How long ago did they start becoming a thing, or like how long has it been since it first came out?
Eso sí, like I don't know. I mean, for that,
Mhm.
I don't know. Like I saw something 2003, but it wasn't like there's no evidence really like for that stuff. Like I saw another thing
So is this like a?
1966.
So you think this is like a myth? Because I don't know. You were showing like the other day when you guys were here. There was like that one show on Hulu with the
the
Skinwalkers.
Skinwalker Ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like I didn't really follow up with it. Like I was just hearing it as background noise, but here and there I was like looking, and they were just doing some like research, and then from I guess witnesses that said that they've encountered them, whatever. And then the governor of Utah was there, right?
Yeah. So even it was say even him like for
But
him
like,
to
but
actually
did
go
they
there.
actually see any? Like, I saw the heat map. They were like from some tool, and it was showing like a bunch of like heat coming out of like
There was like
certain
an
areas.
abnormality, right? So
Uh-huh.
like basically I think it was like at a certain range it would like just all of a sudden like stopped.
Mhm.
And like it's just like just extra like phenomenon shit like
Yeah.
out of nowhere like start happening like but it's I feel like it is like it's true like we already know that so much shit is out there
Mhm.
and like that the space is so freaking vast that how is it that we're the only guys or the only people here,
Uh-huh.
you know? So for me to say like okay I say I could say like with full certainty like this shit like for sure is real, bro.
Mhm.
Like I don't know like how is it that
But how do you think it's real though if there's no concrete evidence like you said?
there's no concrete, but in the show I think it kind of like I think they kind of stumbled upon something.
But did they show
But
anything?
did they show anything? Eso sí yo no sé.
Uh-huh.
Eso sí like but I feel like they definitely have like I didn't like watch it all the way like either like I
You think
freaking
they had to censor some things? You think they were told like
they were silenced.
yeah, they were basically silenced. Like they were probably told don't show too much information.
I mean
'Cause-
that is true
Because
because
the governor of Utah got involved, so some type of government higher ups above him probably were like, yeah, if you encounter anything, you gotta tell them to like not be too much into detail, you know?
I mean even he was hell interested, right?
Because if you said that like all these things are starting to lead up to like evidence and stuff, but then there's no concrete evidence, then it's like, then yeah, maybe they're being filtered in a certain way where they can't show too much information until they're allowed to.
There's
Like how the aliens, for so long we didn't see any concrete evidence, and now the government is releasing files on aliens, and then that recent event that happened with that person where they said a UFO landed in their backyard, and they had to call 911. I was like, wow, like that's crazy. But then I got a little suspicious because when I was reading the comments, people were like, so a UFO landed in their backyard, they called 911, but nobody recorded what happened. But then you don't know if somebody that's like an extraterrestrial being is like
Yeah.
doing something with your energy that is causing like maybe shock, or maybe you just don't know
Mhm.
what would happen unless you're in that situation.
That is true. I mean, also, it's like these people, if they're from like outer space, right? They have higher technology than we do, right?
Yeah.
So maybe they have like some sort of interference as well
Yeah, maybe
that plays
like
a role.
all that technology that they have that causes an interference with our technology probably too. Like maybe when you try to pull out your phone, maybe it can't even turn on.
It's an EMP, bro. Like freaking, they
Yeah.
freaking throw that shit. It shocks
Uh huh.
everything around there.
Yeah.
There was actual footage of it too. There was footage on the like it crashing,
Uh huh.
and this is like body cam footage from the police.
Well, I seen when I was trying to look for it,
Did you
people were
see it?
saying that it was censored or
Oh,
that it
well,
was
I
cut
just
off.
found it today too.
Oh, you just found it
Yeah, I
today?
just found it.
Oh, okay.
So we good. We good. We got the solid evidence now.
Oh
We can
shit!
clear
Damn.
it. So it literally, the guy was like, "What the fuck is that?" And it was going,
Ooh.
and it like showed.
I think I
was
saw
like,
like
"What the
that
fuck?"
same body cam footage where the cop was like, "I'm not going near that thing." Remember when he was saying that?
or something like that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's exciting but scary at the same time, bro. We'll
Mhm.
see. We'll see if they good. We'll see if they're not good, bro.
Yeah,
'Cause I don't know. So like, do you think that those people are actually like crazy? The ones that believe in all that stuff, like the UFOs?
No, I don't think they're crazy. No.
What about the tinfoil and shit? People
What's
that
the
actually wear
tinfoil?
tinfoil. So you know how
So why do
wear
people
the
wear that?
tinfoil? I think it's like to like just to protect them.
Oh,
I
from
don't
like
know.
the.
Yeah, because I remember just seeing Scary Movie,
Uh-huh.
and they had like it was like the alien invasion,
Yeah.
and they had a tin hat, and they were like, "Oh, this is gonna protect us," or whatever.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if it did. I don't remember if it
See,
did.
I don't know. I feel like that might be a bit extreme,
Mhm.
trying to wear like tinfoil hats or aluminum hats.
Yeah.
But nah, dude, nah, I believe that shit. Like, there's people that believe in like other things like Bigfoot or like chupacabras.
Oh,
Remember those?
Chupacabra, yeah.
Yeah, but
Turned out to be real though.
yeah, I remember looking up on Google in like 2008, like what a chupacabra looks like, and there's like pictures of like
It's a
dead looking
dog.
animals, and it's like, what the fuck? They're like a type of dog, no?
Yeah, like very like hideous looking ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're probably worse than like coyotes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But they exist. And
Yeah.
that one like it looks like it's a stray dog.
yeah.
Like barely any hair. It has like a few just strands.
Probably
just out
comes
there.
from like the same species group as like wolves or like
Yeah.
like those
But
types
those
of
shits
animals.
are real, huh? That shit.
Yeah.
What else do we have that so we got gnomes también.
Mhm.
So gnomes in like Spanish.
So are these like tradition? Is this like a traditional myth?
Yeah,
Yeah.
traditional myth and like over there in Mexico.
Oh, okay.
So people would actually have like they actually had houses like on the in the freaking trees on top of the trees, right?
Mhm.
And that's where like they would say like they would see duendes coming out of those houses,
Yeah. And what would they do?
and all they would do is like freaking just go out, do their thing, regular stuff. Like they would actually they said they
do
weren't really
no
dangerous.
harm. They just
They wouldn't be dangerous, but then there were some that were actually like malignos.
uh-huh.
Like my mom, she told me that it was like this isn't like her area, her house,
Mhm.
and tell me why she was like que nuestra burra,
Mhm.
que like all of a sudden one morning that she had braids.
Oh.
So la burra had braids and everything. So
Yeah.
they were saying like que fueron los duendes que they were having fun and they freaking braided him.
What?
Yeah. But like it definitely wasn't like my mom, because even she was
Uh-huh.
like that wasn't me, that wasn't any of us, because we're
Uh-huh.
all here.
Oh wow.
So like they like they're malignos. They come out and play whenever they want, you know.
Uh-huh.
But supposedly they also say like so they only come out or appear with like kids.
Yeah.
So only kids can actually see them, and no
Mhm.
adults can actually see them.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like
So who are the people that claim that they exist? Are they the ones that growing up they've seen them, or is
Growing
it
up
just
that they've
like
seen
hearing
them.
from other people?
growing up, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because you know when you're a kid, also you tend to see more shit, right? Because
Yeah.
you're more like your mind is like more hyperactive, and you have the tendencies to like either visualize things or you can actually see it. Like you have more creativity in there.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I feel like it could be true, but then sometimes it's because our minds are so like out there when we're so young, when it's still
Yeah.
developing, that
Yeah.
it's just fake.
Yeah. No, that's true.
But one thing my friend Hugo, he said this. So he said that he moved to this house, and that at this house that they had a little house
Uh-huh.
in the backyard,
Mm-hmm.
and that one day they were just playing in the backyard, and he sees duendes.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually said he saw duendes as a kid, and he saw them just like walking into that little house,
Oh wow.
and even his sister saw that shit. So
Nah.
he said that like his sister saw the same exact same shit, same walking movement,
Uh-huh.
everything, and like, but his sister, she also like his like bigger sister was there
Yeah.
too. She didn't see shit.
Man, I'm surprised they haven't made a movie about this stuff or a documentary on this kind of thing. Cause you know they've made some films about like La Llorona.
La Llorona catching the Bigfoot or whatever.
Yeah. So that's crazy, man. Like I would think they would make a movie out of this. We don't get that much Latino representation nowadays in Hollywood. Well, nowadays it's
Yeah.
starting to come up. But bro, did you see what happened? Actually, like last night, there was a report that came out about Tenoch Huerta accused of sexual assault.
Come on,
The guy that plays Namor.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my god, literally, yeah.
Right now, it's an
Yeah.
allegation. It's not. It's not concrete.
solid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not concrete. Yeah, but it's crazy because me and Dylan went to go meet him when we were at a C2E2 this year.
We did, bro. We saw the motherfucker.
Yeah.
Who else was it? What's his name? The one that was in Quantumanium. Wasn't it?
Kang.
King, yeah.
Jonathan Mayers.
Jonathan Mayers, same
Yeah.
thing, but his were turned out to be fake.
Well, I heard he's due for court this coming week, so they still haven't proven if he's innocent or not.
Yeah.
It's not fake. I
No?
mean, yeah, no.
I thought it was. I
No.
thought I saw something on it that was like, nah, he good
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is public information. I'm not somebody that goes into researching this. This is what
Believe
I
me.
see pop up on Twitter or on the news or, you know. I don't want people thinking I'm
So
over here
source.
looking for the worst in these public figures. Like, I just- I'm just speaking what I'm reading. I'm the messenger right here.
I mean, he got dropped by his manager. Right?
Yeah, I've seen
One of
that.
the main
Yeah.
dudes, yeah.
And then the rumors of Marvel recasting him or possibly scrapping the whole multiverse saga that's supposed to be revolved around him and his character.
What?
Yeah, so
Nah.
they're thinking if the trial ends up like going really bad for him, that they'll scrap the whole multiverse saga, introduce Doctor Doom early and Galactus. So hearing that, it's cool as a fan, but then it sucks because then we won't be able to see him as Kang anymore if that happens.
I'm sure because he was pretty good. I
Yeah.
liked him. But it's the one that they casted out, right? So they casted him out like out of all the other kings that they have there. Why? Was it because he was the strongest? Or,
What do you mean?
remember how King the Conqueror, like, is that the guy that was the strongest, the one that was defeated, quote unquote?
Defeated in Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's just the movie was. I feel like it was written pretty bad, so they made him look weak in terms of the way Ant-Man got rid of him. Because somebody like Ant-Man
Ant-Man
isn't
is the
supposed to
weakest too,
defeat
almost,
Kang by
yeah.
himself. Like he was getting his ass whooped, and then I don't know. It's just they messed up with the writing. It's like the writers for Hawkeye. They made the Kingpin look really weak. Like they had him lose to Kate Bishop of all people. Like I get it, she's a new character, to introducing her into the MCU and stuff, but
Yeah.
Kingpin is known as a character that is really hard to defeat, and it's just crazy. I don't know, man. I just felt like the writers were on some other shit, and then I don't know, man. I just feel indifferent about it. I feel like they shouldn't have made Kang lose to Ant-Man like that, or they should have given like really high stakes, like have Ant-Man actually stuck there. But he was already stuck there. They didn't want to keep doing that whole like
You're stuck.
like you're gonna keep getting stuck. Like maybe they should have went about it differently. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that so far, what they did with that one, I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, I liked it. But yeah, I'm like, I thought he was supposed to be really strong. Why he get defeated by fucking ants, bro? Why he get defeated by him, bro?
That part I kind of agree with to a certain point because those ants were
They're
technical.
strong. Yeah.
Their technology was way far advanced. They were like years in the future that they were brought into their universe, into their time. So those were a lot more advanced than what Kang's knowledge is. But then if you think about it, Kang is somebody that knows about time. Like that's part of his power. Like he can control time. So if he was able to control time, then like wouldn't he have known like ahead of time like about these hands? That's
true.
another thing too. Like there's a
That's
lot
just
of plot
poor
holes.
writing, yeah.
There's a lot of plot holes in the writing, yeah. So you just don't know.
God damn, bro. This.
I mean, at least Marvel's starting to learn from their mistakes, yeah. Because when they were pumping out content constantly last year, it just led to a lot of bad movies sometimes, or just underwhelming stories.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't necessarily mean if you produce more, you're gonna get better.
Yeah,
it
like, should be quality over quantity. Yeah.
Nah, that freaking the other way around, bro.
Yeah.
It's like
I think they just wanted to try to get as much money as they could because they probably lost a lot a year before that because of COVID.
true.
Yeah. But now they've seen that they need to slow their roll and take their time on the movies, make sure everything's polished. And that's another thing too, man. They were really like making their visual effects artists like work so much. I've heard like the working conditions were bad. Like the companies that they would work for Marvel or that Marvel will hire under their production, and then have them like work extensive hours, constantly working. Like it was just bad. Because then you just see the finished product. It just doesn't turn out as you think it would.
And the way it turned out.
Yeah, like
all
Thor.
Those movies.
Thor was such a bad movie. They wasted a good character in Gore too, with Christian Bale playing him, because man, he was such a good villain. He gave me like those like
the chills, man.
Yeah, man. Like he was a creepy villain, and then you could tell he played his role perfectly. And then for them to just make a comedy out of that, like come on, man. They could have really made it a lower tone kind of Thor movie. Like I don't know.
That is true. Like looking like the first Thor movie.
Yeah,
I don't know how they made Thor
like
really
Guardians of the Galaxy, bro. That is such a good way of balancing comedy with high stakes with very serious stories.
That is true.
Like come on, man. Like it had the perfect balance. And it sucks that James Gunn is going to DC because we won't get the same content and the same product because now he's going to be in charge of DC. And that he's not gonna come back for a while, and a lot of the actors, like Dave Bautista, he's not gonna play Drax anymore. He's done. And then Chris Pratt, he's not gonna come back unless James Gunn comes back. That's not gonna be for a pretty long time. Damn. He doesn't want to come. He thinks that playing his character Star-Lord without James Gunn is just not the right way to do it, which I agree.
Because he knew how to portray like all these like people perfectly. Like he knows how to produce everything. Bro.
Yeah,
he's so fucking.
He's got a good mind.
I mean, now that means that hopefully DC gets better.
No, yeah, I want DC to get better. I used to be like, yeah, Marvel's better than DC, but then you get older and you're like, I want to appreciate both of them, and then see what kind of finished products they could bring out. So I really want DC to excel and do good. I want them to get to the level that Marvel are at now. Like. That's how badly I want them to
at
to
one
get
point
good.
They were, bro. Freaking
with
the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I will never say that movie. That movie was fucking amazing, bro. That was a good movie.
Yeah, bro.
With the robbing scene.
Yeah.
I loved it, but hopefully, yeah. If they said they're gonna bring him in there, they're definitely gonna make it bigger.
With James Gunn, bring in like a whole new universe and rebooting everything and bringing everything from the beginning. Starting a new timeline is just perfect. Like, just start from the beginning, start from scratch, build a continuous story along the way while introducing new characters, and then there you go. Just keep doing that for years and years.
That's true. I mean, we'll see what he does, right?
Yeah.
With everything. Hopefully it comes out really good.
Yeah.
And I can't wait for the future and see how that goes.
For real,
bro. Because it's freaking. It's good. Like I'm like a movie guy too, right?
I was never a big movie guy. I was only going to the movies for like certain movies. But now it's like I want to go see like Oppenheimer. I really want to go see it. It's supposed to be 3 hours, and it talks about the creator of the atomic bomb.
It's called
Oppenheimer.
Oh, it didn't already come out?
Did it? I thought it was gonna come out in July when Barbie comes out.
Which one was it? There was like a Nazi movie.
I think that's the one.
That's the one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna watch both, bro.
I didn't know there was gonna be a Nazi movie.
I'm gonna watch the Barbie movie.
Oh.
That's what I mean. Both.
Yeah.
Barbie movie and that one, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see, dude. Fuck. What else? What else would I say? How the fuck did we get into this fucking tangent, Loki?
Yeah, right. We
Hold on
just
a
started talking
second,
about
bro.
movies.
Where were we?
I forgot. What were you talking
Yeah,
about?
we were talking about aliens, bro.
We were talking about aliens, and then we were talking about because we were talking about Latino representation in movies because you brought up the gnomes, and then
yeah,
I
you
was
said,
like, oh,
no
but did
more.
you see what happened with
No
Tenoch
more.
Huerta? And then you were like, oh, but the Jonathan Mayers though, you saw what happened with him. And then we started talking about Marvel and then DC.
This
We
is
were
a
from
fucking-
talking about
this is what ADHD does to us, bro.
nah, for real.
We go from one shit to another, and then we just go in a freaking rabbit hole and that shit.
Yeah.
No, but now that we freaking completely lost track about where we were, we could talk about freaking relationships, right?
Yeah, man.
That's just something a little bit on that, cause like low key,
Do you feel like we don't talk about it enough? Or
I feel like we don't.
you
we
think
don't
it should
talk
be
about
spoken about a lot more than what people should like? Do you think it should be talked about a lot than normally, or do you think it isn't talked about a lot? Like, what do you think?
I feel like we definitely need to open a lot of people up to like talk, more about relationships, man, because a lot of people, they actually don't even know anything about relationships, right?
Mhm.
So from what I say, this is a little life advice. Don't do any relationships while you're in high school. That's
Dude,
what I
that is a
believe.
really good. That's some really good advice, bro. Because yeah, there's people that date in high school, but then you know, it's just like what's your opinion on dating in high school? Why do you think it shouldn't be a thing?
I say a large majority of people actually don't even end up with that person.
No, that's true. Yeah.
And I feel like also like it's definitely your growing period, right?
Yeah.
So you're going through a lot of periods. You're barely getting to know like what type of person you like. You're getting to know yourself too in the
Mhm.
process. So getting into a relationship in high school, it kind of like it's a distraction.
Yeah.
That's what I feel. But like then again, I seen friends actually like go past high school with the same person.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm proud of them. Like, I'm glad that they freaking literally broke down the barriers, bro. Like they freaking completely annihilated the stigma around actually dating in high school. But like I still believe like a large portion of people actually still don't end up with that same person, and that like you should still try and focus on yourself while you're in high school.
for real, yeah, because you got your whole future ahead of you.
Yeah,
High school should be a time to work on yourself, then build what you're gonna do after high school, and then open yourself to dating. Like, and then we're not saying we need people to. We're not trying to force anybody to be like, don't ever date in high school. But like some advice from us, because we've been in high school, we've seen from our point of views how it turns out. Like you said, they don't last that long. And then what happens when you break up with them? You go through heartbreaks, and then you go through heartbreaks. That's just a big distraction. Like you shouldn't put yourself in that position because you're in high school and you're learning. You're practically at a young age. You're still not mentally matured. So
that is true. That's true.
So it's like you rather wait until you're done with high school, and you find someone that's your age, a little older, and find someone that's mentally matured.
That honestly, I feel like that's really true. Like getting somebody that's freaking mentally mature and she's already gone through some shit, right? So she already understands, like, obviously, like you understand what you appreciate, what you like.
Yeah.
After a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
She already went through that shit, right? And you're still kind of are going through it, but not really, because you already know what kind of person you don't like.
Yeah.
And having a person that's already mature and already ready for a relationship, she's not.
Another thing too,
jokes,
for somebody that gets into dating, you got to make sure you don't commit too much of your time. Make sure you don't start giving them that treatment of like you guys are dating it, but when in reality you're just barely getting to know them. Like I've learned that from past experiences. Like don't give them that treatment until you guys are official. Like you know what I'm talking about, right? Like the gentleman thing to do is when you take them out on the first date, you pay for them, you pay for everything, right?
Yeah.
But then don't go out of your way and start giving them money or start buying them shit when you guys aren't even like a thing or
together, bro.
not even a thing, but like not even official. You're not even together. Like you should keep that as like special treatment when you guys are officially together. You're considered boyfriend, girlfriend, and then that's when it's like, or whatever you guys are interested in, and then it's like you just don't want to waste all that energy because you do that in the beginning before the relationship actually starts, and then at some point you stop doing that, they're gonna get used to that behavior, and then they're gonna
That's true.
find a way where like they'll start an argument. They can find a way to basically say, you know what, you stop treating me like this. Like I'm used to this kind of behavior from you, and if you're not gonna keep doing it, then I'm gonna leave you. Like I've seen that. Like I've seen people go through that. And I hate when I hate to see people go through that stuff because it's just I don't know, man. It's just not fun to see someone heartbroken when something could have been fixed from the way beginning.
From the way beginning, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like this is what I learned because like I've been in the dating scene so fucking long. I've been with people for so many times, man.
He's got the ladies on dial, man.
Yeah, but no, the freaking it's like this. Like, yeah, don't give a person your all.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're gonna get your hopes up and you're gonna get that shit crushed.
Exactly.
So like, don't ever fucking do that shit. Like,
Mm-hmm.
don't get your hopes up, guys. Like, shit, they gonna show you this thing right now. That's just a facade. It's fake. They don't really mean that shit sometimes. So like, they take this with a grain of salt. Like, don't give them your all, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because then you're gonna get yourself hurt. That's the reality. Definitely, yeah. Like, treat them nicely. Treat them with like cordially. Like, obviously respect the person and do all this still regardless. Like, just be kind. Like that. I think that's pretty much what like I feel you should do. Like, just be kind to them. And I feel like if they're a mature person and they're good people, like they'll understand.
Yeah.
Like, okay, yeah. Of course. Like we are two people that we've just met.
Yeah.
So we don't even know each other. Let's get to know each other. But like, at the same time, I don't have to waste a lot of money.
Yeah. No, I agree, bro. I feel like taking time, getting to know them, is the perfect way to start a relationship. Don't ever rush into anything that like, don't like, bro. I've been in situations where I talk to somebody and they start calling me like these names, like these like labels, you know, like things you'd say if you were dating already. And it's like, bro, I'm just trying to get to know you. Like, you're over here calling me like babe and all that shit. Like, like, bro, like, nah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, take your time with that shit for real. And then, when do you think is a good time? Like, say everything turns out well between whoever's dating somebody, and they're nervous about meeting like the person's parents. Like, when do you think is a good time to meet those parents, or do you think they should never meet them until like they get to a certain time of being together?
See, this is what I believe in that shit. So, let's say you're already dating the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
like you've known them. All right, let me give you an example. You've known somebody.
Yeah.
You started dating them, and you've been dating for 4 or 5 months now. Do you think you should have met the parents when you guys started dating? Do you think you should meet the parents like a few months after? Like, what do you think?
see, from what I've seen, it's like, some people actually meet the parents right away.
Yeah.
Let's say the first date.
Mm-hmm.
And that to the parent can actually seem like, oh, you're very like you're very kind. Like right away, that like kind of shows like you have one step forward already.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good step to take. But then again, it's like you kind of don't want to meet the parent right away because like what if it doesn't end up?
Yeah, exactly.
Like right away you meet the parent and then 2 months later, 1 month later, you guys are already done.
Yeah.
It kind of makes you look like a fool, or like, what did you do wrong? When in reality, it was either her or it was just a mutual thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely, I'd say meet the parents after like 6 months.
Yeah.
After already being together, already dating.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, definitely don't.
Because then there's situations where people get into where they start rushing things and they're like, "Oh man, like when are you gonna meet my parents?" type shit, and it's like, like what you mean? Like we just started talking, you know? And then it could go both ways, guy, girl. Like they could both be in that position where they ask their partner, "Hey, when are you gonna meet my parents?" Like whatever, like, and then what if they're not comfortable? And that's when communication's important. You gotta communicate with the significant other that you're talking to, because then that's when you gotta be like, all right, set your boundaries. That's another thing too. People don't talk about their boundaries right away. They wait until like an argument hits. Or like
then they discuss it. But
then they discuss it. It should be talked about right before or in the beginning of the relationship.
Right.
Like, set your boundaries, bro.
Set your boundaries.
Like if you're not comfortable with your significant other going out, Like, yeah, let them know right away. And then, like, because people probably are afraid of what they think is confrontation, or they're afraid that they're going to hurt the other person's feelings. But it's like, you got to sometimes set your boundaries, bro. Like, it's a good thing to open communication like that.
I feel like that's what they mix up. So they mix confrontation with communication.
You think so?
I feel like they do, because sometimes if you communicate with somebody, they may think that you're arguing with that person, when in reality all you're saying is like, yo, I don't like that you're doing this. And they may take that as offense, and they may take that as in like they're gonna be defense now. They're in the defensive mode.
Yeah.
And that's like human nature though.
Yeah, no, facts.
We always feel like we gotta be on guard on everything, because like it's like us or we get killed type shit. Like so it definitely, like, I say it varies, right?
Yeah.
You gotta set your boundaries. Yes. You gotta make sure that y'all are both on the same level.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that like I found kind of interesting, is that like this was like a Fresh and Fit podcast, and they were talking about how a guy will actually date a girl or marry a girl that has nothing, but a girl won't date or marry a guy
that has nothing. Fresh and Fit. I think I've seen a few clips of there. Yeah. They said that.
Yeah, he said that shit, and the girls, they stay silent.
Damn.
And then they're like, fags, we don't want no broke boy. But then it's like, and like, okay, so guys will be able to, we're able to do that because we want to, like, they say, oh, because guys want to provide, guys want to do this. Well, of course, a guy wants to be a provider, a guy wants to do everything, fend for their girl. But then again, all a guy really asks for is respect.
Yeah.
And like, don't overstep.
And that should be mutual too, with the fact, like you just brought up, like if they want to live the traditional role of a man or a woman in a relationship, and they both agree, then it shouldn't be an issue for anybody. Like if that, like for example, like you know how when there's a couple at a party, and then specifically like you know Hispanic parties, or like there's couples that they have the woman bring the plate of food to the man. And then for so long, like it's always been like that, but nowadays there's people that think that it's like a bad thing to do, but I only think it's a bad thing if the person that does that role with the serving the food, if they don't like that, if they don't like that, then talk about it. Like, what the hell? Like, that's where you got to communicate with that person. But if they're both on that same page and they're okay with, oh yeah, I'll go bring you food, like I'll be right back. Because you know how the tias in the other corner or the other section of the party are talking shit. Ira su novio no se le trajo su comida.
That's what they say all the time.
Yeah, all the time, bro. Like it happens and it sucks because maybe they don't like hearing that chisme all the time, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it should just be on a mutual basis. So if the person's okay with doing that role, then it shouldn't be a problem. But then when people are like, no, that's not right, not all women should be doing that. But if the woman is okay with it, then just let it be, you know?
Let her do a thing.
Let her do a thing. Like, for me, for example, like, if I have my significant other and she wants to serve me food, I'll be okay with it. If she doesn't, I'll still be okay with it. Like, it's all about being on the same page.
Yeah, it's like... like this is what my mom told me. She was like, if you're gonna be with somebody who knows how to cook, clean, do all this stuff, because you know when I'm not there, who's gonna do it for you? And I'm like, I can do it for myself, Mom.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
I don't need nobody to freaking clean for me.
That's true.
Do my laundry.
But if they enjoy doing those things, then I'll still be like, okay,
I'll still help though.
I'll still help. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it varies really on the person, how they are. Like if they already have this traditional mindset implemented into them, okay, let them do their thing.
Yeah.
But like also, I don't like how people are over here like feeding them to like in their ear. I'm like, yo man, like
yo man, God gave your man legs. He can get up and
do
it. So yeah.
Fuck you, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't need your ass. You freaking poisoning my girl, dude.
Yeah.
Let her do her thing. She likes it. I swear, I didn't force her. Don't force somebody to do shit, bro.
Yeah.
For sure. She don't want to do it, fine. Fuck it. Fuck you then. I'll go find somebody that will. He's just that. No. Yeah, just relationships are tough, right?
Oh yeah, of course. It's nothing's always perfect in life, you know. So, for relationships to have, you know, those bumps on the road. It's not normal, but it happens. You know.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but bumps is also like it comes with having like somebody that you don't really know. You clash with somebody that you don't know at
Yeah.
all. If you've known that person for years and all of a sudden you start being with them, like you start like going into a relationship with that person,
Mhm.
it can either go both ways. It can work out really well,
Mhm.
or they can see your true colors, or you can see their true colors,
Yeah.
and then now you decide. Because like I've been through that with knowing somebody already for years, and then all of a sudden I dated them.
Yeah. Does it turn out well?
It does not turn out well. For me, it didn't turn out well because I didn't know how I was in a relationship, truly. So after learning how I was in a relationship and what I expect from a girl, it was where I started clashing a lot. Like I expect a lot from a girl, not gonna lie.
Uh-huh.
I expect a girl to like right away respect the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
If I don't like something, I let her know.
Mhm.
And from what I heard from also the same thing is that if a guy is actually more of a man if he talks to you about it. If he doesn't talk to you and he like sweeps it under the rug, that means he's a bitch or he's a pussy because he doesn't want it. He doesn't like confrontation.
Mhm.
But if you're a man, you will discuss that thing you like
Yeah.
with that person.
Mhm.
So it doesn't necessarily mean you're a toxic masculinity man if you talk to that person and you or like they may see it as controlling that you don't like something and you let them know like, hey, just don't do it again.
Mhm.
It like that they freaking see that as bad, but I see it as like I just want you to know that I don't like it. If you continue to do it, that's on you. That's your decision.
Yeah.
And I know I won't be with you by then.
Mhm.
But at the end of the day, like low-key, I never got a relationship when it came to down to the
Like I'm at that point in my time, honestly, where I'm tired of games, bro. Like, if you're gonna come at me with like, I don't know, you just on games in general, like right away I can pick up on it. Like when somebody is trying to be on games, and if you're just on that type of level of maturity, I'm not trying to deal with that. Like I'm at a point where I don't sugarcoat anything. I just tell you up front like
Straight
how
up.
I feel. Like I'm not just gonna beat it around the bush, as they say, and not be straightforward with you. Like I'm gonna be straightforward. Like I'm gonna tell you if I like you. If I don't, then it is what it is.
Yeah, if I like you, I like you. If I'm gonna put freaking forth like all the effort, I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm.
But I expect the same thing.
Oh, you expect the same thing?
If I'm gonna do this, if I'm gonna do it to you, it's because I already know you're about it.
Yeah.
And you kind of don't know if that person is about it right away because like you're barely in that dating scene.
Mm-hmm.
It like you just like you gotta figure something out. You gotta like you los miras en los ojos. You talk to them the way they talk, them language, body language.
Yeah.
I think all that really takes into consideration as to like whether or not they're really about you.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, fucking relationships, man, they are work too much.
It can be work if you're going through so much with that person that it just ends up being like mentally draining for you. But if you're gonna be with somebody and you really enjoy being with that person,
You'll make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of people that are young nowadays. Lack that.
That's another thing too. Never change for somebody, whether it's a friend, a person you're trying to date. Never do that. Never do that, because in the end, you lose yourself, you lose your identity, and you lose the person that you were before.
Yeah, I see. And this is the thing. Me, I change.
Mm-hmm.
I would always change.
Yeah.
And I would not necessarily drop my friends
Mm-hmm.
ever, but I would just not say anything.
Like flake on them, kind of.
I would just be like, "Oh, I can't because of this. My girl, whatever."
Yeah.
That's how I am. That's how I was.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you reflect on that, and you saw it was kind of bad that happened.
It was kind of bad because that was the reason why I was broken up with.
Because
she'd be like, "Oh, you don't make time for your friends. You don't freaking do this for your friends." Like
what?
I'm like, it's because I'm focusing on you,
bro. I could have sworn the last time you were in a relationship, and I would always ask you, "Oh, let's link up. Let's go to the movies. Let's go do this." You were always down.
I'd be down.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it comes to a movie, okay, I'm down, bro. But if it comes to like anything else, like drinking, really, like I like to do that with my friends. Like I'll do that here and there.
Yeah.
But she would always say I never did it, and I'd be like, I did it, but not as often as you would.
Yeah.
Because I would do it probably like once a month.
Uh-huh.
So I wouldn't do it as often. So,
Yeah.
out of respect, but she would see it as in like, what the fuck? Why you
Mhm.
always here or whatever? And I'd be like, because you're telling me to fucking be there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing it because of you.
Mhm.
You told me if I don't, like, we're gonna freaking be in trouble. You're gonna be mad at me.
Mhm.
And I just be like, so what the fuck am I supposed to do then?
Yeah.
So you broke up with me because you told me to do this for you, and I did it for you, and then now you're mad because I did it for you.
Mhm.
It just it was stupid as fuck. So like originally like that shit. Like,
I could tell that.
was,
That got you a little mad.
Toxic ass shit.
Yeah,
like,
nah, for real though.
But then again, I blame myself for a lot of shit
Mhm.
because I let it fucking happen.
Yeah, you let it happen.
Slide. I let all that.
Hey,
shit.
but you live and you learn. You just those phases of in your life, you just learn from it, and then you just perfect it the next time you end up in a situation like that.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm glad all my friends are still with me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like I mean, I talked to them, but like briefly, like barely, and the good thing is that they were at the end of the day they were still there during the whole thing, during the breakup. They were always there. They're like, bro, like honestly, like it's cool, but yeah, like I freaking love that about them. Like guys that you don't have to talk to for so long, and you talk to.
I remember we talked about that before. I think it was on the second episode or third episode. We were like, when we stop talking to somebody, and it's like, it's awesome to reconnect with them. It's like you just pick up where you left off with that person.
Pretty much.
It's a cool feeling.
Yeah, it's a cool feeling because it's like then you know who's actually a real one. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all that is. I freaking love that shit. Like god damn, bro. Like, wait, hold on. What are we at? Oh,
we're almost at an hour. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's a relieving feeling. Like you just feel a sense of relief. Like, dude, that's cool. Like if you just don't, if that person doesn't end up hitting you back up, then it is what it is. Like that's just an awesome thing that it's just something that I can't even put into words. Like I'm stumbling on my words.
If the person don't hit you up, don't freaking really give a fuck about it because then you know who's your true friend.
And like if like say for example you know that they're busy or they're working a lot or they have things going on, just message them and just wait until they reply. You know.
That's the same.
If you need their immediate attention for something, then call them probably. Like if you're trying to check up on them, whatever, you know. But like just know that they probably like still want to talk to you, but like they just can't because it's so busy with life. Life can throw so much at you that you'll be busy for a long time.
That's the same. Freaking life freaking definitely like catches up to you, especially like now as you get older.
Yeah, as you get older, you got more responsibilities. You got more things to do. So sometimes you can't make time for things. Yeah.
That's the same.
You don't have a lot of free time.
Yeah, and a lot of people nowadays like they freaking have like I know I have friends now that have kids, bro. It's like they definitely don't have time for us, bro. Like all the bros, but then we don't take it personal.
No, yeah,
like,
of course not.
Man.
Nah,
we know you got a kid. Like it's cool, dude. Like he tells me every so often, like bro, you just slide, and I'm like I'm also busy too, bro.
I'm also busy too.
I also don't want to intrude. You know, you got a family, kid, man.
Yeah.
The wife is gonna be mad at you or something. I don't want to fucking be the reason why she
tells
for
you real though.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like at the end of the day, you gotta respect. But yeah, I like the fact that we got those type of like friend groups nowadays.
Yeah.
That we've had since like before like middle school times. And we're still cool with.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
it's been a long time, bro.
Yeah.
I remember meeting you. You were like this.
For real, dude. This shit's freaking times have changed. Like, who you guys introduced me to us to Dylan, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you knew Dylan before I did.
And I knew Dylan because I had him in class. But you guys were the ones that like took me to his house.
Oh, okay.
For the first time, I was just like,
dude, we were always like doing shit in Brandywine. We were always just like walking to places, going to people's houses, going to the parks. Yeah.
Oh, this shit was fun.
Like that was like our thing over there. Like that's why I like going outside a lot.
Oh yeah, because after like all that we did. I was like, that sounded like a heavy footstep, bro.
Oh no, that was my dog. Yeah, she's always doing something.
So, but yeah, I like the fact that we were able to go walking from like all the way Brandywine all the way to freaking Willowbrook.
We were close to everything. We were close to like the convenience stores. the liquor stores that were there. Obviously, we would be drinking, but like to go buy
Go
snacks
buy
and
some
shit.
snacks, some takis.
Yeah, the pool that we had in the
Over
community.
there in the community, brandy.
Yeah.
The brandy crime, bro. Oh my god.
No, it did used to be really bad back then. It was bad, and then like people wouldn't be able to walk at night type shit.
I still would.
Like in the probably early 90s.
Early 90s, early fucking 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
So I was in like, I think like 13 type shit.
Yeah.
It kind of started getting like way better like a few years later. Just recently, low key.
Uh-huh.
Like I remember when I'd freaking walk home at night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd see these people over here in the benches, like freaking doing drugs, doing coke
Damn.
in the benches. And then you would go walk in the morning, and you'd go to play in the playground,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd see little baggies
What the
right there in the benches.
That's crazy.
And like maybe one day here
Uh-huh.
and there, like you'd see a needle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, bro. It was Brandywine was something else.
Man, just growing up in general. Remember, like, and during our time, like, it's just looking back on it gives you nostalgic vibes. Like that TikTok you were
real.
watching earlier
Mhm.
before we
The
started.
sound.
Yeah, it was like do 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 do
Yeah,
do 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 do
sounds.
do. Like every time I hear that, bro, for some reason, like my mood changes. Like I'm just like, oh shit. Like I start to
Getting
reminisce
old.
on the past, like when I was growing up, and I'm like, ah, shit, like this is crazy. Like showing all the old stuff, like how things used to be like back then,
Yeah.
like the way the McDonald's looked, the way that like the
Chuck E. Cheese.
toys
even
look,
changed,
Chuck
huh?
E. Cheese, yeah,
I've seen that shit. I'm like,
bro, they don't even like have tokens anymore. Like they use like the swipe
Nah.
cards now. Yeah,
that freaking ruins the fun.
yeah. I mean,
I like the
times
gold.
changing. They want everything digitalized.
That's true. I
Mhm.
mean, remember when we went to go buy the camera?
Yeah.
We freaking they had a card now.
Bro, that was not even that though. Remember when we were trying to buy that camera? This one right here that's pointed at me. The fucking dude that went up to you that was like, "Yeah, we'll put you on a wait list." I'm like, "Where are the employees at? What's the point
For
of
real.
having us walk in the store then and like get some help?" Like, I'm not saying attend me right away, but like I thought there was always people in the sections of the stores like that are working.
For real, right? At a
Like, I
camera
remember, like,
specifically.
Yeah, like I remember the last time I was there, there's always somebody that was like there that knew about cameras.
Yeah.
So you would think like, oh yeah, let's have someone that
Mhm.
knows what they're talking about and help people buy stuff.
I
Like
mean-
that's just me though.
That's true.
Maybe I have such high expectations for customer service.
That is
so
how it was though.
I don't know, man. Cause that's how it was back then.
Yeah, I remember. I think the reason why it happened was because don't you remember they had like a break-in?
Oh,
So they had a break-in, and I remember that freaking Best Buy was literally boarded up.
But it didn't
And-
get broken into. Oh wait, no, I don't think it got broken into. Did it?
And then it was boarded up because like it got like a lot of merchandise like went missing. Now this is why like now you see a lot of the actual merchandise actually being sealed
Oh, okay.
or like they're in the back because they can't be at the front
Mhm.
anymore.
Yeah.
And like it got freaking. I think it got broken into. Like we'll do research on it and we'll see whether or not it did. But I could have sworn it did.
Yeah.
And I think that was the reason why like now like Best Buy it looks different now.
Yeah, it's not the same anymore.
Yeah, it has a smell too, bro.
Yeah, that funky ass
That
smell
funky
that,
smell.
that
What
we
the fuck
walked
is
into,
going
and I was
on?
like, ew, why does it smell like this in
Get
here?
some air freshener, bro.
Yeah, nah. And then you just start seeing less things like being sold now. Like you
Yeah,
would think they would
literally.
have everything, but now they barely have shit.
Barely do. The fuck?
So I don't know, man. I'm still like surprised from when we went to buy the camera,
yeah.
and then that dude like went up to you and he's like, "Let me put you on a wait list." And then, bro, we didn't even listen to the person about the wait list, right? Like we found someone else to help us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Literally, the guy was like, "Oh, what are you guys waiting for? Like,
yeah,
you guys
because
need help?"
he didn't come by because he
Mhm.
saw our name on the list. He just was walking around. And then we found out that he knew people that we knew growing up from Brandywine and
Oh, yeah,
stuff.
for real.
I was like, damn, that's crazy. And he's like, yeah, it's such a small world. I was like, that's cool.
That's good. It
Mhm.
is true. Like, literally, all of a sudden, you see somebody you knew, like, from back in high school, back in, like, earlier. Or
Mhm.
then now the little brother is now older now, too.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, bro.
hmm
I don't know. That's crazy.
Yeah. This is a good episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like that.
I always say that all the time. I'm like, this is a good episode. But this one was cool too.
I definitely like the relationships.
Mm-hmm.
I
We gotta touch base more on that.
Touch more base on it. Y'all want it? Freaking drop a like, you know. You already know what to do. Drop a comment and say we want more of this shit.
All right, let's wrap it up then. Wrap it up then. You know that shit from the Migos? Wrap it up then. And then what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, don't forget to follow us on our socials. No Pressure Pod 3, Instagram, TikTok, and I think Twitter's the same name, right? I always forget the Twitter name.
Well, next time we'll just pop it up, you know, and it's already gonna be down there in the description below.
Of course.
But
don't forget to follow me on Instagram, El Ray Capone, L_Ray Capone_. That's my IG for anybody that wants to follow it.
Make sure y'all, you know, follow me, you know, Reckless Mike _doe. And I think the TikTok is also the same thing. Or yes.
Oh, so you're promoting your TikTok?
I'm promoting my TikTok now. You know?
Just kidding. That's cool.
Cause you know I'm doing cinematography and shit slowly.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
You know,
I mean, I would promote my TikTok, but it's the same name, but it's completely different. Like it's like all about wrestling. Like I mean, if people want to listen on that or check it out, that is my TikTok.
That's true, y'all. Cinematography, you already know what to do, guys.
Yes, sir.
But
all right, guys.
It's been y'all. It's been your boy.
My boy Mike over here.
And it's my boy here, Ray. Oh wait, hold on.
Huh?
This is Latino number 3 podcast.
Oh yeah, you forgot to say that at the beginning. We're the number 3 Latino podcast.
But I didn't say anything.
We're going for that number 2 spot.
Yeah, it is what it is, guys.
All right, take care, everybody. We're out of here. Peace.